The Taras Nabad Master Level is awesome. This is probably some of the most fun I've had on Doom Eternal in a long time. The encounters are well thought out, challenging, relentless, and unique, and there's a lot of straight up troll sections in this level, but also a lot of very fair and very hard moments. This video is going to cover the Master Level at launch, and I'm going to be going through the whole thing, covering some of the highlights for me personally, as well as some other cool things with this level. Please be aware this video is intended for people who have preferably beaten this level because I will be spoiling the whole thing. If you want to be surprised, go play this level. It will be well worth your time, I promise you that. Now, let's get into things. Let's start with first impressions. The first thing we see is stalagmites falling from the ceiling. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Then a Aragnatron, Lost Souls, and Imps, as well as an Aragnatron spawning behind the player. Next, we move into the first real encounter of this level, setting the tone for the whole thing. Now, the hype and wait for this level and the expectations for it were quite high, and rightfully so, considering the time it took to make this level. But this level shows right away it's not pulling any punches. Carcasses, mancubi, and soldiers, and then one of the most troll sections I've ever seen in Doom Eternal. Pain Elementals, Spectre Pinkies, and regular Pinkies. Now, these enemies do not feel very good together, because you have to look up at the Pain Elementals to kill them, and then you have to look down at the Pinkies to kill them. It creates a really nice flow for the demons, absolutely murdering the Slayer. Right out of the gate, this was annoyingly challenging. To me, this was one of the most tedious sections of the whole level, and I truly believe it was for the trolling. These enemies in combination feel very awkward to fight, and I love it. After suffering a few deaths and warming up a little bit, we encounter one of the most unique things in this master level. Demonic barriers meant to box in the player to create new experiences. First, we see a couple barons, and then a marauder, and then we step into the first big arena of this level. And this is where I really started to feel the beats of the game, and I was absolutely loving it. Maker drones. Now, in this arena, they are fantastic, because it basically means you don't have to chainsaw, and they are respawning constantly. These guys work very well for my playstyle, because I blood punch all the time. They are used in a few other parts of the level as well, and I do think they break the flow of combat a little bit, but they are absolutely wonderful, and I do not believe they should be changed at all. In this arena, we encounter multiple waves of enemies, lock-on burst and destroyer blade for you, buddy, as well as a few environmental hazards. Lasers from the walls and King Novik shooting Aragnatron projectiles. Okay, well, moving on a little bit. There is this encounter with a bunch of Spectre whiplashes, and yes, destroyer blade for you guys as well. Okay, in this arena, we have a few funny spitting hazards, tyrants, doom hunters, and a marauder. It's funny to see the marauder jump around like this. Moving into the sewer section, we have a hilarious moment with a revenant and friends. And after the swimming section, we encounter a mancubus dropping his explosive barrels, and a bunch of fodder demon continuously respawning and a buff totem. Very fun. Then we move into a multi-wave encounter with heavies, super heavies, in a very tight, fogged out room. No thank you. Coming out of the sewers, an uphill battle to an arena that as well has the Maker drones, Archviles, Marauders, Cyber Mancubi, Whiplashes, also Pain Elementals. It has Pain Elementals. There's a lot of stuff going on here. A little further down the road, and we encounter two Tyrants, one Marauder, then two Marauders, and Prowlers. And then we enter one of the best moments of the entire level for me, and one of the big highlights. A buff totem multi-wave slaughter room, filled with all sorts of dangerous enemies continuously respawning. Oh yeah, did I mention they're all buffed? This arena was so awesome, it was tense, and I used one of my extra lives here. A few more enemy encounters until we reach the sewer section, and oh boy, one is a lot worse than the other one. The first one is filled with a bunch of heavy demons. Once again, Destroyer Blade, ladies and gentlemen, Destroyer Blade. And then when we get to the other side of this sewer section, oh boy, this is I absolutely adore this section. Two Archviles spawn behind an invisible barrier, continuously spawning Mancubi, Cyber Mancubi, and Aragnatrons. 2 Dread Knights spawn underneath, and once they're dispatched, 2 Tyrants spawn to replace them. And yes, the Archviles are buffing them. Crucible and Unmaker for you, sir. And then once those Tyrants go down, the Archviles are exposed. Unmaker go brrr. Then we move into the final arena of this level, and curiously, there's only a couple Crucible charges in it. We get thrown a bunch of Hell Knights, and boom, we're teleported to the main arena once again, facing all sorts of demons, Arachnotrons, Pain Elementals with a buff totem. There are Prowlers jumping all over the place, and all sorts of other things going on. This fight was absolutely liberating, and then all of a sudden, boom, we're teleported to a small hallway with 3 Tyrants. Fortunately, we got some charges for our sword, so they get cut down pretty easily. Once they are dispatched, we travel back to the final arena, facing the final wave of Barons, Doom Hunters, and 2 Marauders in the fogged out final arena. And this is the entire Master Level. Wow. Well done id Software. Well done. You can really feel the time and polish that went into this Master Level. It came out great, and I am looking forward to replaying it. Unlocking those cool rewards, and by the way, Classic Mode is back. The completion prize for this Master Level is a Heavy Cannon skin, and it's a teal color. It looks super nice. As well as the Slayer skin, it looks so good. I am extremely satisfied with this Master Level, and I can say with a high degree of confidence, this content drought will subside for a while. I haven't even mentioned the new Battle Mode map yet, but that'll be its own video. If you guys enjoyed this video and have made it this far, do me a favor and blood punch that like button. Also subscribe, because this video was a lot of fun to make, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll be back with more Doom Eternal content soon. Take care, everybody, and rip and tear until it is done. Well done, id Software. Good job.